Hi, YouTube. Hope you're doing good. I'm having a great day. It's sunshiny here. It's above zero. That's a good thing. We have warm weather, warmer. Well, for, Minnesota in the middle of winter, we're doing good. Not too bad, I'd say. I've been having fun actually cleaning my room. I moved my wardrobe yesterday and washed it and put some oh furniture polish on it and different things. Just a little bit not a little bit at a time. I mean I'm not done, but I was able to go through like all my clothes and see what I think I'm going to do with them. So that was a trip just within itself, but washing and cleaning and mopping, sweeping, mopping, when I move something. So, yeah, it's good. Polishing my mirrors. I love mirrors because in the middle of the winter, we don't have a lot of sunshine and I just can't stand it. So, yeah. There's a big mirror in our living room too. One wall is like a whole mirror. And the same with one of my walls over here, the whole thing. And I've got different mirrors everywhere. Not out of vanity, out of reflection, you know? So, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, to me, just being able to get stuff done, it's fun. You know, makes me feel better. So, yeah. I've been gonna do it for a while, but I had to wait till our roof was done so I could put my wardrobe where I wanted to without it getting ruined. So, yep. And I was gonna use a dolly, a furniture mover, and I couldn't budget with that, so I took the drawers out of it and I was able to drag it and push it, which is basically how I got it in my room. In the house, it took two of us, but yeah, I can. Um, a few years ago, I wouldn't have probably been able to drag that thing around. I wasn't feeling good enough. But so, yeah, I don't know, not really too much on my mind today. Just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Do you know that song? I like it. Maybe I'll drop it in the link. I was playing some tunes earlier and shared them for people. So, yeah, actually, I'm going to see if I can find that song and share it in here. So, and I'm still not done. That's why I'm a little bit antsy. I've got another mirror behind me. Um, Gotta wash that one and just a bunch of other stuff. And I don't know if I'm getting it done today because I got some laundry to do and dishes to put away and so stuff. Just stuff, weekend stuff. So, cheers, everybody. I was thinking how like Satan accuses people before God. Um, that's really stupid when God knows everybody's heart. you know, just like continuously making a fool out of oneself. It's like, that just doesn't make sense. Or maybe it does dig down to the depths of a person's soul where they'll actually fight for their own survival with the depths of their soul, and then God can test that. but he already knows everybody, so he wouldn't have to. So Satan's just making a fool out of himself. You know, that's my outlook on it, you know. So, anyhow, Robert Seffer had a really good talking about the beginning of Zionism. I shared that in my community. It's really, really goes, it explains everything. The connection or non connection between different sects of Judaism, SECTS, sects, and like Martinism, and which goes into like the Lutheran and um, yeah, kind of similar to how I was raised anyway, but being that I studied all religions to make my decisions in life, um, I do see the faith of similarities in everybody's culture, although some are like rather whacked, but it's still got the essence of a lot of the similarities, you know, and so it's hard to fault a person or people for having some sort of faith. I don't really go there with people. If they believe they didn't create themselves and they give honor to a superior power, um, hopefully it would be more loving and with more grace. But if you can only muster up enough to say, hey, I didn't make myself, you know, if that's all you got, at least that's the beginning of something, you know. And that's hard for a lot of people to face. Me, not ever really having parents, I like the feeling that somebody actually cared about me from the beginning, you know. But maybe I'm just dreaming. Maybe he doesn't give a shit, right? No, I doubt that, you know. Yeah, I see like next week it's going to be like 20 and 30 degrees, and our Russian friends were out. He was putting fog lights on his wife's car, and it was like 30 degrees over there. That's cool, you know. I went outside to get a screwdriver in the shed with no shirt or nothing on, or no jacket, just my shirt. It wasn't too bad. About 8 degrees, like I say, so you know that's and sunshine. That's what I've been loving today is washing my mirrors and having all it reflecting all over with the sunshine. And I've got my big plants. Actually, I can probably show them to you. A couple of them there, and maybe that one way over there. Yeah, those are some of my big plants. That's what I've been doing, dusting and cleaning, and you know. That one plant of mine, well, I got a rubber tree and a calla lily and a Madagascar dragon tree. My dragon tree, I started from a tiny baby. I had one that was way older and it was having baby shoots off of it. But when my father-in-law died and I was working and we were running back and forth to the city and things were just flipping crazy, and I put my plants outside and I knew if I didn't get them in before they'd freeze, I would kill it. and I just felt like I was sacrificing my plant with my father-in-law. It was just horrible because he died not knowing, or at least the last words he could say because of the brain cancer that he had. His body was riddled with it. Is he didn't know if there was a God or not, but he took mine and Doug's hands and he like squished them together and he just like, because we were like his kids, you know. He was a goofball and he had a lot of um, unacceptable ways in society. I guess I would put it that way. Not horribly so. I mean, he was a good man or good enough. Maybe not terrific, but good enough. Um, and I loved him, you know. I loved his good ways. The same with my adoptive father and mother. I love their good ways. Don't want to really be around them, but and I didn't mind being around Doug's parents. His mom was a bit hard to swallow, but I didn't really chew on her that much. No. Oh, yeah, not too bad. Bad joke. Oh, really bad joke. She was Czechoslovakian, so some of you might have caught that really dark um, nature of what I just said. For what like the Canaanite bloodlines are known to do. That type of thing. I have Czech in me too, but very little bit. Oh. And Doug's dad was German, so he's a German Czech. Yeah. I'm just making hamburgers for supper, nothing really too extravagant. Last night I just munched on pretzels and cream cheese, piece of my sourdough bread, and some chocolate. So it wasn't really, oh, and some bites of summer sausage, yeah. I did have some protein, so I guess it was a little, I was so tired, I just started grabbing stuff, one of them days. So I don't want tonight to be like that. I actually was still cleaning about, I think, 9 o'clock or so, which is pretty late to still not have taken a shower or eaten. It's like I better get my shower taken. And so, yeah. And I was thinking there's always tomorrow, but I hate to leave something undone. But it's just such like when I dig into my laundry room and start doing that next, there's just so much to do. There's no way I can do it in one day, which is I'll have to deal with it. But like I have boxes of drywall mud that I'm gonna take out and either put in the shop or we have a box truck if it's not going to be, well, if it freezes, it's junk. But I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. I should just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, I guess. Yeah. I'd like to, in that room, we used to have two windows. Now there's only one because Doug had to fix one that got, when we got robbed one time, one of the times. And, but I'd like to have like an entryway there too from that room into the laundry room. It used to be a bedroom. I just turned it. This was supposed to be the laundry room, but it's bigger, so I just turned it into. I'm little by little doing, I don't know what in here, living here. So like the rest of the house is finished, and I just started taking materials I had and putting them up so the um, insulation wasn't sticking out of the ball and the plastic, you know. And so, but anyway. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm in a goofy way, you know. I don't know if some of you are overjoyed when you clean, but I like it. I really do. If I get in my moods, there's times where um I wish I could get in that mood. So I'm glad that I did. And I used to, so I have OCD really bad, and like everything has to be in its place, you know. That's about the extent of it, pretty much. But it's um how I can control my environment from, like, if you've been through severe trauma, sometimes that's one of the reasons why people will develop any kind of mental handicap is because they're looking for a way to deal with what they had suffered. And I was thinking about, like, with narcissists, you know, no, they're never going to change. There really isn't much we can do for them, but with them, maybe. But I'm still not really on board, like with Sam Vaknin saying that they have the mind of a child. In some impulsive ways, yes. But as far as how they could, like, be a mathematician or a lab technician or um, uh, mechanically inclined or know of biology or whatever, did different things, great minds, you know. They're definitely not on the level of a toddler. Their impulses are. So to teach like impulse control, you can't stop their brains thinking from what they're going to think, but you can try and grab them before they jump in the fire. That's about all you can do with a narcissist. That's my opinion. No, they are not like a toddler at all, only with their lack of impulse control with their thoughts. And that's where Satan's in there for some reason, either a wall they put up or an addiction or whatever, or multiple things that have made them act in that way, and things that they've adopted to help themselves function every day, you know. That's really what I was thinking about talking on, because um I just happen to know better. I started going down that narcissistic road. Some of you know, I told you, in between 15 and 17, um, I felt like I had God in my heart, but then, and I didn't do anything impulsive or stupid or horrible, but the potential was there, and I recognized it in myself. That's the grace of God. I can only say God helped me out of that one, but I can truly tell you that I know from right and wrong and what it feels like to almost venture on that path. I took like a couple steps down, and God grabbed my hand and ganked me back up, you know. That was my prayer. That's my biggest prayer always, for Him never to let go of my hand. Do not let me stray. That's the best prayer you could ask God, of God, right there. And then if you listen to Him, when the Spirit tells you something, if you grab that. But if you're so used to feeling ill feeling, and I know some people actually cannot help themselves out of that ill feeling, and that's their um abnormality, you know. But on the basis of a child mind, I can't go there. And with the potential and the actual criminal, um, just if you were based on thoughts, um, how criminal a narcissist would be, but based on what they actually do get away with, um, that's where I can't say a 3-year-old mind, you know, with impulse control, yeah, but not on an intellectual or emotional, yes, intellectually, no. So they know the difference between right and wrong, even with their poor decisions, and it's self-centered. And that's where you make the determination, either for yourself or for other people. And yes, you can work with them and you can care about these people, um, up to a certain point, you know? So that's probably about it for today. I'm going to get this uploaded and get some more of my stuff done. So thank you for joining me. I'll probably talk to you tomorrow. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.